Yeah.
Top 10 games that I've played this year. Not that released this year, just that I've played. Oh yeah, and don't forget to subscribe. Please. It means a lot to me.
Time.
Now, 2023 had a lot of games and I only played like one of them. But hey, top 10 content's cool. Maybe tomorrow I can release a video that's like top 10 coolest birds or something like that. Anyways, let's get started. Number 10. Wait, this one doesn't seem fair. Yes, TTYD is my favorite game of all time, and yes, I do own a physical copy, and yes, it is my entire personality. I mean, this game is insane. It doesn't feel at all like a Mario game. But here's the thing. This is my favorite game of all time, and I replay it every year. So if you whip out your handy-dandy notebook, you will see that it should probably get number 1 every year. Well, I mean, hopefully next year's Remastered/Remake will get number 1 next year, but you know what I mean. I decided that the best way to get around this would just be to throw it at number 10 and move on. I might put it somewhere else in future years, but for now we'll just put it in number 10 to give the other games some room to breathe. Number 9. Okay, I know I already talked about Thousand Year Door, but putting this one spot ahead of it took 5 years off my life. Sonic Superstars is far from perfect, but man is it fun. Even with all its jank, even with the crappy final boss, even with the new levels just being reskins of old levels, it feels new. The 2.5D style feels fresh, and while I do still like sprite-based games, I honestly like this game's visual style more than Mania's. At least it feels a lot better than this. Now, I played a lot of Sonic Mania, and I played a lot of Sonic 1, and I played a lot of Sonic Generations, and even though the first level is basically just Green Hill but reskinned, the new music is exactly what I needed. If I hear the original Green Hill theme one more time in a Sonic game, I swear to God I'm gonna freak out! Speaking of the music, it's really good. And also really bad. As a whole, the soundtrack is just okay. Solid 6 out of 10. The bad music is really bad, but the good music is... This game will also hold a special place in my heart because this is the first time I played a game blind on my channel. Every other time I did a series, I knew at least a little about the game I was playing, but Sonic Superstars was newly released and I played it day 1 for all of you at home. So I just want to thank you guys for watching that series, and I hope I get to make more before I die in 2 months. Number 8. Now, I dislike turn-based RPGs, but a lot of them seem really good. I mean, I look at the reviews for Persona 5 and...
What? It's just an ordinary crabby... Oh my goodness!
Now listen, I enjoy playing chess as much as the next guy, but why in God's name would I want to spend 500 hours playing chess? Now thankfully Super Mario RPG has all the charm that comes with the other Mario RPGs, with action commands, silly dialogue, fast-paced gameplay, and all of that in a super compact package. I bought, started, and finished Super Mario RPG all before I even started getting bored of the turn-based combat. Now, don't get me wrong, the battles were still by far my least favorite part of that game, but they were uncommon enough that I was able to play it and still enjoy it. Now, obviously, I can see the irony in disliking RPGs. Meanwhile, my favorite game of all time is an RPG. And to that, I have to say, it's because it has Mario on the cover. Baldur's Gate 3 should have tried that, then maybe I would have played it. Number 7. I honestly don't have a ton to play about this one. It was all kind of a blur. I bought this game when it released in February. I played it for a few hours, got lost, put it down, and didn't go back to it. But then 2 months ago, I said,
Yeah, I've got time.
And played it all in one sitting. Pretty much all I remember is that it was really good. Number 6. I played No Man's Sky this year, and it was the best space game I had ever played. But then, Starfield came out. Todd Howard talked up this game so much, and it looked so good, it looked so fun, it looked so fresh, and it only made me appreciate No Man's Sky that much more. Hey Starfield fans, watch this. Wow. No loading screens or cutscenes. Crazy. Now's probably a good time to mention that I love big open sandboxes, and you will definitely see more of those. Number 5. Mario Kart 8 is my favorite Mario Kart game, and when they announced that it was getting DLC, everyone was shocked, because why in God's name would you make DLC for a game that came out in 2014? But now that all of the DLC is out, Nintendo doubling the size of the game 10 years after launch is insanely cool. Hey, maybe that means it's not too late to get that Mario Odyssey DLC. Remember the Delfino Plaza one that was leaked a long time ago? Probably not. It's never happening. It's not coming. I should just give up now. Now, most of the new content is from Tour, but that's good because I refuse to game on this. But on a serious note, Tour's a mobile game, so it's not going to last forever, so I really hope Nintendo makes a physical version of Mario Kart 8 with all of the DLC included, so that this can be preserved forever. Also, my friend and I made a tier list of all the tracks in Mario Kart 8, and the DLC did very well, so, I mean, I guess that speaks to how good the DLC is. Number 4. Super Mario Wonder 2D Mario is back, baby! And goddamn is it better than ever. Now, it was very unfortunate for Sonic Superstars to launch right next to Mario Wonder, but on the bright side, Sonic Superstars makes Mario Wonder look like a masterpiece, so who cares? Mario Wonder is very refreshing. By taking the new Super Mario Bros. Formula and changing the art style and making the controls a bit tighter, as well as making the levels more unique, they have made what is, in my opinion, the best 2D Mario game. And on top of that, the online play is insanely fun and something I never thought Nintendo would do for a 2D Mario game. You know in Dark Souls when you're lost and someone's like, hey, go that way. I mean, yeah, literally just do that in the Funny Plumber game. 10 out of 10. Love this game. Alright, we're down to the top 3. These were my 3 favorite games of the year and the games that I will remember and continue playing for the rest of my life. But first, we're going to do an honorable mention. Honorable mentions. Cadence of Hyrule is one of my favorite games on the Nintendo Switch. And I've never played the DLC. But thankfully, I have a YouTube channel now, and I will be playing the DLC for all of you lovely folks at home to watch. Or at least I'll be doing that once I figure out how to hear Switch audio and capture it at the same time. I still haven't figured that out quite yet. Anyways, now we can go on to the top 3. Number 3.
Find the Chaos Emeralds.
A giant open game with tons of space to run around, plus really cool boss fights. Yeah, this is pretty much my dream game. The turnaround from Sonic... the turnaround from Sonic... Sorry, I don't even want to say it. The turnaround from the last major Sonic game to Frontiers is just insane. In Frontiers, they fixed pretty much every issue people had with Forces. Sonic's controls were great, the game was significantly longer, the cutscenes were far more dynamic, granted some were very lazy, and rendering them in-game had some interesting effects with the lighting. And then from there, 2 updates added content that, granted, probably should have been in the base game. But the one update that I won't agree with that on is Update 3. Now, to me, the main thing that makes Update 3 different from 1 and 2 is that if the game released in 2022 with Update 1 and 2 included, that would have been significantly better. That would have been preferred. But the thing is, when you add Update 3 into that group, that wouldn't have felt right. Update 3 feels different in the sense that it provides an alternate ending. Not quite as simple as a bad ending and a true ending like other games, more so just a different version of the same ending. The ending of Update 3 would not have been nearly as impactful without having the context of the original ending first. And while Sonic Team could have easily just done a continuation like, oh, Sonic needs to go back to the same Starfall Islands and refight the Titans or something, instead, they made it feel unique. Instead of adding an unnecessary 4th act to a story that was already completed, they went back to Act 2 and split the timeline there, making 2 incredibly satisfying conclusions to the same story. Sonic Team, I can't wait to see what you do next. Number 2. Okay, is this one even worth talking about? Breath of the Wild is nearly perfect in my eyes, and a lot of the issues people have with it were things that I actually enjoyed. In fact, just quickly while we're here, here's a tip for those of you that don't like weapon durability. Always use your strongest weapon, and throw out the weak ones. You'll be carrying around far less junk, and killing enemies will be much faster, which means you get more weapons faster, which means you also get materials, which you can then use to craft even stronger weapons, and then you end up swapping to a stronger weapon before your current one is even close to breaking, and then you don't even have to worry about durability. I haven't had a weapon break on me in Tears of the Kingdom in so long. Tears of the Kingdom takes the Breath of the Wild formula and perfects it in many ways. While it still has some issues, I'm very happy that Aonuma has stated that the next Zelda game won't be a continuation of Tears of the Kingdom. The few things that are wrong with TOTK can be seen by pretty much anyone who plays it, so moving forward with a new idea instead of just stopping and fixing the issues for the third game is incredibly bold, and I'm excited to see the next Zelda game when it releases in 2028, 2029, 2030. Number 1. A lot of people have the opinion that Doom Eternal is the greatest first-person shooter of all time, and I did agree with that for a long time. That is until Ultrakill is my favorite first-person shooter of all time. It's insanely fast-paced, it has a ton of secrets to find, and every weapon has its own effect. In a lot of ways, it feels like a new version of the OG Doom games. The way this game handles its unique weapons is also significantly better than Doom Eternal. You only have 5 weapons instead of the million that they give you in Eternal, and they're tied to the number keys. However, you have different variations of the same weapons. So for example, if you press 2, you swap to your shotgun. If you press 2 again, you swap to your next shotgun. Very cool. With great level design and enemy variety, along with some insanely stylish gun animations, I cannot recommend Ultrakill enough. In fact, I'm already done talking about it. Go play it. Right now. I'm gonna end the video. The screen's already gone black, the title cards have appeared, so you have like 15 seconds to go to Steam. Buy Ultrakill. Start installing it now or I'm gonna be mad. Hurry up, you're running out of time!